Today's horror comic dub in narration is the fated part 2 to 30 Days of Night, Dead Space. If you haven't seen part 1, the link to the playlist is in the description below, as well as an annotation on the screen here. Without further ado, let's get right back into it. Incident Report. Crew Evaluations. It's been over 48 hours since we lost contact with the Icarus. Everyone from the media to the president has been asking me what happened. I can only stall so long and the best I'm getting from my top people is no clue. No mechanical error has been detected. Worse, some people are suggesting that a crew member went rogue and insane and killed everyone. If we don't find some answers fast, NASA and the future of the space program are screwed. So give me some ideas here then. Theories, wild-ass guesses, something. Well, I have a theory, sir. Have you ever heard of the FBI study called Operation Red-Blooded? I've heard of Red-Blooded. It was shut down after an Agent Norris went ballistic or something. Cobb's suit readings showed his pulse rate was dropping, and his blood pressure was erratic. Mission Control listed it as a faulty connection on his suit. But you theorized that he was actually transforming into something. If I'm understanding correctly here. You mean like a vampire? Have you been drinking, Agent? Certainly not, sir. But if you're offering, I think we all need one before this is over. Just hear me out. I know this sounds insane, but over the last couple of years, there have been a handful of incidents that can only be explained by the existence of vampires. Look at the massacre in Barrow, Alaska. I know the official reports were a pipeline explosion, but when a town in the middle of nowhere that stays dark for 30 days has a massive deaths, and a Barrow is one of dozens of incidents in that region over the last 100 years. Where is your evidence? Surely, with all these incidents you speak of, there has to be some sort of indisputable evidence that proves the existence of the undead. These undead are very cautious. They keep themselves in the shadows. But each day, we are getting closer and closer to the truth. And the truth seems to be that whatever vampires are in legend, that in science they are a very real carrier of a deadly, contagious condition. It's just a matter of time before we learn a painful lesson between legend and fact. And time is something we don't have. We can sit here discussing and debating theories, but it's not going to get us answers. 7 astronauts are dead, and their families in this country want more than guesses. We need to know exactly what went wrong. And how exactly do you propose we do that? By going up there and investigating. I think we should launch one of the flight trainers with a salvage team. According to my crew, we can have the Armstrong flight ready in 30 days. Without knowing the cause of the first incident, how can we guarantee the crew's safety? Your concerns are valid, Agent Henson, but we need to know what happened. We'll include military personnel among the flight crew. Alright. God save us. Get the Armstrong ready. 36 days later. So, Locke, did you get a chance to look through the files I sent you? Yeah. Vampires? Absolutely ridiculous. You know, no one is taking you seriously. I get that quite a lot. James Cobb was a friend of mine. I went through training with almost every member of that crew. The idea that one of them snapped and killed the others is almost as outrageous to me as your theory. So, are you going up there with an open mind then? Not something I'm used to dealing with around here. I'm willing to believe it was gremlins on the wings until I get evidence that says different. And if I'm right, then I'll bring you back your proof.
We have liftoff! The Armstrong is away! Okay, Armstrong. All systems check. Begin separation of the booster rockets.
Booster rockets are clear. Moving in to orbital position. Houston, this is the Armstrong. We are moving toward the expected coordinates of the Icarus. We have visual contact. Debris everywhere. What are you seeing out there, Crawford? Looks like part of the thruster assembly. This may be part of the cockpit. See if you can find the flight recorder. Aye, sir. Scanning for its signal. Bingo! Got it right there, sir. Great. Send the coordinates to Wilson so he can move us into range. Lock to Jacobs. We've found the box. Mind stepping out and getting it? Aye aye, Captain. Opening bay doors. I'm clear of the ship. It's a mess out here. Pressure. Holding. Thrusters functioning. Time to go fishing. Oh man. Are you guys seeing this? They didn't have a chance. Stay focused. Can you see the box? Negative, Armstrong. Wait. I see it now. Moving to retrieve. I've got it, and the recorder is intact. Returning to ship. Hold on, Jacobs. There's an object behind you I want you to check out. Roger. What am I looking for? It should be about 10 degrees to your left. It's mixed in with some other debris, but it's reading as organic.
I've got a visual, but it can't be.
What are you seeing?
You're not going to believe this, Armstrong, but I've found Commander Cobb, and I don't see a mark on him.
Bring him in. Doc thinks an autopsy might tell us what happened.
Aye aye, returning to the ship. Commander Locke.
What is it, Jones?
Houston wants us to change course. They're concerned about bringing the body back to Earth.
Do they want us to put it back?
No. They want us to dock with the orbiter and perform the autopsy there.
Have you ever docked a shuttle with a space station before, Jones?
No, sir. But I've run it a few times in the simulator.
Yeah, we'll try not to scrape the paint job. Clamps are secure. We're ready on our side. Airlock ready.
The captain is on his way to open the door for you personally. The dock is going to need access to a lab.
I'll have one prepared immediately.
Opening the airlock. Request permission to come aboard. Permission granted.
Welcome to the Orbiter. I'm Captain Robert Thomas.
Commander Corey Locke.
Hell of a job you're on, Locke. Not my ideal first space mission. And I take it that's Commander Cobb.
Yeah, we found him floating in the debris.
He was wedged behind part of the fuselage.
Houston is hoping between an autopsy and what's on the flight recorder we might be able to piece together what happened.
Captain, I've got Lab 3 ready for the dock.
Jacobs, help the dock with the autopsy.
I'm going to start reviewing the mission data.
Aye, sir. Hey, Nina, where are you going?
I want to see what's on the flight recorder.
Okay, Commander.
Let's see what your insides say. This is worse than my DVD player at home. Cheap government crap. Ah, auxiliary input. That should do it. How's it coming along, Commander?
I think I've got it sorted.
This should be the interior cameras. No, please, the cabin, it isn't pressurized. Start the recorder. Dr. Christopher Walton, performing an autopsy on the body of Commander James Cobb, starting with the chest cavity. The heart looks remarkably healthy for spending 30 days in a vacuum. What? This can't be.
What is it?
His blood hasn't congealed. It's as if his circulatory system is still functioning. But that is impossible. I'm going to remove the heart. I need to see if the interior walls have dried out.
I don't think so. There has to be a rational explanation. I've known Cobb for years.
It looks like Cobb did go crazy.
If he can lose it just like that,
then any of us could. I don't know about that.
What? Look. Oh, God! Ugh, can't catch your breath? Let's see if I can help. Tasty. I have the feeling that I need to keep that part of my anatomy intact. Then Henson was right. Cobb is, the autopsy. Get me the doc, quick. I'm getting no response from anyone in Lab 3. Damn it! Keep trying. Doc, this is Crawford. Please respond. Jacobs, are you there?
Cobb's a vampire. But that's not possible. It's not possible.
Ugh, I wish it wasn't, but it looks like it is, and we better just accept it before it's too late. Captain Thomas, please report to the communication room immediately.
What's going on, Commander?
That wacko Henson was right. It looks like Cobb has become a vampire. He killed the crew of the Icarus, and he's most likely killed the autopsy team. So we don't have much time.
You knew what he had become.
It was one of a dozen scenarios that NASA mentioned,
but no one took it seriously. You brought a vampire onto the orbiter. Are you insane? I think we can take a stab and say that these things are extremely contagious, to say the least.
I was just following orders. Now, can we stop fighting and figure out how to contain him?
You might find that a bit difficult, Corey. Especially since I just took control of this space station.
Wow, I don't know what I would do in this situation. What about you? What would you do? You most certainly will not want to miss the dramatic conclusion of 30 Days of Night, Dead Space. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you know the moment that it posts. Thank you so much for watching, and I'd like to give a very, very special thanks to my Patreons. So thank you very, very much, James Abel, Banger Prophecy, and Moto Surf. I appreciate you all so much for your kind donation and for supporting the channel. But I'd also like to take the time to thank each and every one of you who always takes the time to comment on the video, like the video, and most importantly, watch the video. A storyteller is nothing without someone who is willing to listen. So I appreciate each and every one of you.
If you enjoy this format, don't forget to let me know in the comments below or suggest other stories that you'd like to hear. Thank you very much for listening, and remember, you are important and you matter. Have a good night, everyone. Goodbye.